What next am I doing? I'm clicking on analytics and I'm seeing if I can add an averages line. Let's click average line. Yeah, see, that's the average line that we have created. So average turnover is what? 66,439 and the count of number of trading days is what? 25. If I click this line here, can I move it over here? No. It is asking me which kind of average line do you want? Should it be pane or should it be on the cell? Let us click on cell. Okay, there is nothing that we are doing here. On the pane, on the table, yes, we are doing what we have done on the table. Suppose if you bring it on pane, yeah, it's still much the same. You can edit it, you can format this averages line and you can also remove it. So I come here and I'm clicking on edit. So when I want to edit it, which kind or what all is the scope for this edit that I'm seeing here? It should cover the entire table, or it should only be per pane, or should it be per cell? Let us click on the entire table here and let's click OK. Okay, there is nothing changing here really. Right click again. If you want to go on the format, clicking on the format. So what kind of line do you want to have? Fill above, fill below? No. Line, it's soft, right? Let's make it dotted line. So I'm clicking on dotted. So the average line out here that I'm seeing is a dotted line. You can change it for the coloration as you want it. You can make it this, whichever color you want to choose, but obviously black is the most preferred color. But okay, let's stick to the black line. Again, this is also the average line. So let's see if we can make, now these are the averages, okay? If we choose to change the data visualization from average, okay, for trading days, it's count, okay? So out here, it is supposed to be not average. Let's come here and okay, we'll retain the average only. We don't have count here. If we come here and I change this from averages to say sum or maybe minimum, then the minimum average turnover on the y-axis value will change. Okay, and when I click on average, it will show me the minimum average turnover is what? 17,380. Okay, and for the columns, let us come and change this here. Instead of count, let us take an average. Yeah, so the average is what? Close to 239 days is the average number of trading days that we have. With these points, this is how you are navigating through the different views that we are trying to create. This is just pertaining to the axis. If I click on pane, then you will be coming here and you will be providing the formatting for any of the panes that you are having under consideration. Again, this is for the sheet. Let's go to the data source. Okay, the analysis that we have been performing here, that is pertaining to what? I close this window here for equity segment market. Okay, now if I want to work on a new sheet, I'll click add a new sheet. In the new sheet, I'll start working on a new data set. And what do I intend to do here? Well, I would like to see the spread high and low against the total turnover. So I'm taking this over here and total turnover on the rows pane. And what is this? Yeah, that's a total turnover. These are the sum values. Okay, if I want, I can make these changes here as what? As average or percentile, standard deviation. Let's take standard deviation. Why do we take this as a standard deviation? Because standard deviation is an indicator as to how much volatility is there. Let's click here also, see. But okay, for ease in understanding, let's not take standard deviation. Let us take averages only. The first sheet has a different discussion or data set under analysis. The second sheet has a different discussion and a data set under analysis. Now out here, what more do I want to do? Okay, I go into the analytics. We had average lines over there. I would like to see the trend line. Okay, so when I speak of the trend line, or how will the trend line appear to be? What will it look like? So I click on trend line. I bring it over here. Which type of trend line do we want to see? Do you want to see linear? Do you want to see logarithmic, exponential, polynomial, or power? Let's take on something simple, linear. That's a linear line that we have, and these are the average values. Okay, if I come here and change this to minimum values, for that was for high and low, and the minimum values for the average turnover. Yeah, see, you can see the change over here. So this is the minimum spread and the minimum turnover value where this trend line is coming and showing up. What is the reference line we have? Let's come here and see the reference line. Okay, we want to have it on the table, on the pane, the table. Let's have it on the table. For what? The reference line is for high or low spread. Okay, let's select high and low spread. Or do you want to have it for the minimum of the total turnover? Total turnover. So it is asking us, is it for the entire table or per pane? Let us have it per pane. A line, this is for the minimum total turnover for average, label computation, and the tooltip is automatic. Line only, yeah. So these are the show recalculated line for highlighted or selected data points. Okay. Now they are giving you the value of R square, P value and all. Okay, that is not what we are currently interested in. So I'll click on this and I'll remove it. If I want to remove it, if I want to format it, I'll format it. Let's click on edit. Okay. Now the trend line that we saw, it was of linear nature. If you want to make the changes to the trend line, we can also make it as a logarithmic line, and let's click OK. Okay, there is no any change on the line type. If we take this as a distribution, the value is of 60% to 80%. If you make the changes over here of these are the percentages. If you make the changes in terms of percentile or quantiles, then they'll change. Standard deviations, they'll change. These are the analytics aspect that you want to see, that you want to apply. Okay, if you select symmetric box plots, what do we see in the box plots? Okay, there is nothing for us to see in the box plots. In the band, it is showing us. For lines, yeah, it is showing us per pane or the entire table or per cell. So this is how you are conducting the analytics. But again, analytics for which data? Okay, the sheet is what? For which sheet? Let's go on the data. That is for your Tech Mahindra. So what I'll do is I have performed some analysis on Tech Mahindra. I'm coming here, right clicking here, and I'm renaming this sheet. Tech. Okay, what is the next thing that I'm doing here? I'm coming here. This is for equity segment. So I'm coming and making the changes here, renaming this as what? EQTY seg. Okay, that is the file name. Clicking here and saving it. This is what we have done so far. What more we also need to do is, there are also additional set of tasks, like marks. So we are having automatic marks. If you want, we can change these marks as like area and the color. You can make the colors also out here. You can, we generally keep it as automatic, but if there are any shapes that you want, this shape, you can select those shapes also. This is how you not only create view, but refine the view, or you can like make the changes. Now let's come here. That's your y-axis and that's your x-axis. I'm right clicking on this. I can edit the x-axis. This is in the automatic range, uniform axis range for all rows and columns, independent axis range, or you can also fix it. Okay, fix start at a particular point, end it at a particular point. So these are the axis options that are pertaining to what? For minimum average turnover. Again, what am I doing this? Minimum average turnover for which sheet? For the equity segment analytics sheet. I click on tick marks. So again, they are default set as automatic. If you want, you can make the changes here to fixed and none as well. Okay, I'm clicking on reset, general, and I'm closing this window. The same thing can be done for the average number of trading days. I come here. What is this? You can click on view data. So if I come here, it will show up the data. But it's okay. I'll right click on this. I can edit axis. I can add reference line. I can edit a reference line. and select marks. Okay, it's not giving us anything on selection of marks. I right click here, and again I come on edit axis. So the same set of details, general or tick marks, same set of formatting that can be done for your y-axis also, that is the number of trading days. This is how you do the refining of views. Okay, we understood the view creation, refining views also for better data visualization. This is what we have as far as the first part of this. There are some additional features also which I'll explain in this particular course on views.